Hello and welcome to Drive to Describe, a Formula One podcast all about the will it really be missed Dutch Grand Prix at Zandvoort. It's a little bit of a boring circuit, isn't it? With me as always, he's also been used to getting a little bit squirrely in the damp conditions, beating him off into the wall. It's Sagi.
Especially on the footpaths here in Bali, James. It's very slippery conditions when it gets rainy. But happy to join you all from Bali. I'm missing sunset on the beach for this, and there's nowhere I'd rather be.
And joining us, she just made it after a reasonably big traffic jam that was actually bigger than the one going around turn one at Zandvoort most of the weekend. It's Jackie.
Well, they had a lot of spin outs at Zandvoort, so I thought we might as well have one down here near home.
Yes. Okay, so the Dutch Grand Prix, well, the final Dutch Grand Prix for the foreseeable future is run, one and done with Lando Norris. Pretty immense on Sunday. Had his issues on Saturday, but pretty immense on Sunday, taking the victory with Kimi Antonelli and George Norris completing the podium. What do we think, guys? What was it? It was an all-time Dutch. Was it a good send-off for the Zandvoort circuit in the Dutch Grand Prix?
After the sprint race, it was so much better than the sprint race. I nearly fell asleep during that. At least the actual race proper had things going on. We had overtakes, we had team orders, we don't like the crashes, but we had some safety car strategies. We had a lot going on this race.
Yeah, we did.
Concise as always. Thanks.
Okay, cool.
Tell us what you really think. Yeah.
What the hell? I paused the recording because I've got some, let's call it Wi-Fi issues. I hit resume and it goes back to the bloody intro for 15 seconds. Anyway, we're here. I really enjoyed this race. I didn't intend to be here, but there's so much that happened that I think it's worth having a chat about. So, but James, I want to bring it back to you because this is most important to me. As you may well be aware, I'm not a huge George Russell fan.
No, he's done this weekend, though, wasn't he?
Well, I think every season there is some sort of turning point or some sort of moment that you remember. Last season for me was Oscar Piastri getting moved aside for Lando Norris in Monza, which I didn't think was just at the time or reasonable. I would say that if there is a moment that we end up looking back on that is a pivotal turning point of this season, it might well be the Dutch Grand Prix when George Russell was needlessly asked to move aside for Kimi Antonelli. And my conspiracy theory, James, lives on, but I want to hear what you think.
I don't think George gets anywhere near the World Championship this year purely because if that's what he's going to do, then he's got no chance. If they're going to throw all their eggs in the Kimi Antonelli basket right now, then any chance he's got of getting points back. It wasn't a huge amount of points this weekend, but he got 3 back him on the sprint. And if he'd have finished in second, which probably would have done if you look back now, if Lewis couldn't get past, then Kimi wouldn't have got past. It's 6 points. There was 10 rounds left. That's 60 points. That puts him within a sniff at the end, if you know what I mean. So it's not. I just don't get where. Like the McLaren one last year was pretty average too, but they had a reason for it. There was no reason for this one. They picked Kimi to give him the advantage on the better tires, but then just let him go past. If you know what I mean, he has to earn it. If you know what I mean, you can't just.
I think that's part of what annoyed me about it.
With me.
I don't agree with the team order. They thought Kimi could catch Lando. Okay, sure. Let's pretend he might have. Yeah. I don't think he could have, but let's pretend he could have.
Yeah.
When he didn't, or when it was very clear he wasn't going to, why didn't they switch back?
Yeah.
And I would have been okay with that then. Well, I would have been more okay than I currently am. Why didn't they switch that back, though, once it was clear that Kimi wasn't catching Lando? And what did he finish? He was still 10 or 11 seconds behind in the end. He didn't really make up any pace on Lando.
Nowhere near him. He was just there was no chance of Kimi getting anywhere near Lando. Lando was faster than anybody on soft tire on those hards at the end. He just had a rocket ship towards the end there. So it was it basically just it emasculated George. It said, "Well, we don't believe you. You have a chance of winning this world championship. So we're in the Kimi Antonelli business right now." And for him to take it so easily, yeah.
You take it all the way there. This is a choice that they've made for the championship.
Oh, why else would it? Why else would they do it?
That's interesting. I mean, I'm the founder of this theory.
Yeah.
Back when I thought it had no real legs.
Yeah.
But now I mean, I don't feel like it was a choice for the championship. But I mean, it is really hard to look at 7 laps and 11 seconds and think realistically he can chase that down. It's not realistic. And that's where I'm a bit flummoxed by it, because is that what it is, James? Is it a conscious decision to go, hey, let's give Kimi the spot? Because as you guys both noted, and this is a part I didn't get to, but I wanted to also make the point is, we've seen this before where they let them through and then they go, if you can't get it done, we switch back.
Yeah. And I would have been happy with that.
The only small sort of twist to that is, would George have got Kimi if Kimi didn't take that extra pit stop?
No, but then George would have got him if he didn't. And so, but then that's the chance you take.
Yeah.
Is if that's the case, then pit George at the same time. Then this is a moot point. If they pit George for a set of softs at the end as well, then basically they finish as they are.
That wouldn't have made any sense, James. It would have put him behind both Ferraris.
Yeah,
no, because both Ferraris stopped. He was ahead of both Ferraris before that other round of pit stops, so he would have come out ahead, assuming no issues with the pit stops. He was ahead of Lewis and Charles, so he would have come out third on tyres with worth fighting for. And then if he could have had a go at Kimi, if not, then if he had a bit more to defend against the Ferraris with, I don't like. I'm a realist in this world, if you know what I mean. We all have some fun on this podcast, taking the piss out of everybody. But it's what other reasonable conclusion can you draw from this action, other than the fact that they wanted Kimi to have the points in this race? There's no other way to do it.
And I think it now has set the tone for the season, because he wasn't fighting for the win. The chances of catching Norris were so slim, and they didn't switch back when he didn't catch him. And you could hear it in George's voice. We've got a clip here, Nathan. I don't know if you can play it now or later.
Yeah.
You can hear it in George's voice as he's trying to negotiate almost of, well, why? Is he fighting for the win? Is he going to get the win?
Do you want me to put it up?
And it was...
Yeah. Let's have a listen. Yeah.
Cars this lap. Is he fighting for the win? Or is he planning to catch Norris?
George has been told to get out of the way, and he complies with the team order. And we move on.
And that's the first question. Is he fighting for the win? And there was no real answer. It wasn't yes, we think he can pick up a second and a half a lap or whatever.
Well, because there is no answer. It's indefensible that they're moving aside so Kimi can score more points. It's that simple.
Yeah.
So we all feel like George was ripped off in this.
Completely.
Yeah, I do. I would have been okay if they switched them.
Yeah. To the point now where I think it's obviously with the big news this week that spoiler alert that Max has re-signed with Red Bull until 2030. So Max is going nowhere for the next few years. To do that to the best available driver, they're not going after Lando or Oscar or anybody else. So George is the best of what's available to them to basically, to use a term that's floating around nowadays, to put him in the cut chair for this race. I don't see how George comes back from this. I really don't.
He doesn't this season. To me, that's the line in the sand for him this season.
Yeah.
Short of something happening to Kimi where he misses races, George is done for a championship chance.
Well, they came out square with how they started the week. Yeah.
James.
Yeah, but
I did not have on my bingo card that by August you would have given up on George's championship.
I'm not giving up on George. I'm giving up on the chance that Mercedes will give George the chance to win the world championship.
Mm.
And I think that's fair.
Well-
it's sad and that's fair.
Yeah.
So just so we can see where we're at for the season as a whole, we do now have Mercedes, 87 points ahead of Ferrari, who are about the same ahead of McLaren. But I wanted to ask you guys, this is relevant to Mercedes.
Yeah.
Can McLaren catch Ferrari?
Yes.
Oh, Ferrari, yes.
I think it'll require Oscar to find some form.
I think he almost did this weekend. There was a few sparks there. I think summer break's been good for him.
I think these cars are very peaky as well. They're either it doesn't take a lot to put you quite far off the pace, which is what happened with Oscar and that little off he had that did something and the pit stop, and he lost confidence after that. I think he was a little bit shafted as well this weekend.
Well, Kimi is now 60 points or 59 points exactly ahead of both George and Lewis, who are equal second. George just got the head there because he's got the extra win. And then Lando rapidly making ground on those two with 2 wins in a row.
Yes. He's looming very large in the rearview mirror. Yeah.
I was going to say, if Taylor was here, he would request the Jaws music.
Yes. Well, he wouldn't because it's not Max. Yeah.
I wasn't ready for that. I could have had that in there.
Yeah. So shall we get into some segments? Because we are, 15 minutes in already, and we haven't even started them, which is some kind of I've got a pack. I'm going away tomorrow as well. I haven't even started that yet. So
all right.
Well, I can start the tweet length reviews if you like.
Yeah.
Go on.
Mine is bye-bye Zandvoort, bye-bye Verstappen.
Is he gone? Where's he going? He retired?
Well, he didn't make it around lap 1.
Good point. He ran out of talent, didn't he?
He did an Oscar in Australia, although he at least started.
Oh, no, yeah. It's My tweet length race review is run, Norris, run. Play on the... Don't give me that. You know what I'm talking about, Sags. I'm not going to make me explain it.
My tweet length review is never have a sprint race at a track where you cannot pass.
Yes.
Fair. Very fair.
Don't we have one in Singapore this year as well?
Ugh. Christ.
Yeah, I think we might have one in Singapore this year as well, which is not going to end well, I don't think.
It was so boring, that sprint race.
Yeah.
So admission time, I only watched the highlights of the sprint race. They were very few and far between.
I was going to say
that would have been pretty short.
What? Yeah.
There was one overtake. Leclerc had an overtake.
The start, Charles overtakes Lando, and that's about it. Yeah.
Lando, that's it. Yeah. Stinker.
And as a George fan, I'm watching the sprint race. I'm thinking we could be on for a good weekend here. Qualified well, won without really trying too hard in the sprint, and all kind of went pear-shaped from there.
Now we are doing our segments without our usual sting, so you can just imagine Mark Webber orgasming, and we're into our yes, which is our favourite moment of the weekend. Jackie, kick us off.
Mine was Lando's pass on Kimi Antonelli towards the end there. It was around lap 51. Took the Lando to get the lead. I actually really liked that move. I thought it was some really impressive driving to get that lead.
And because he was obviously using Lewis as a bit of a blocker, but then very nearly got blocked in by Lewis as you came around to turn 2 as well. So did it very, very well. He was just on this weekend. You could see in his eyes he was confident, and he was about ready to burst out and win this weekend.
I thought that was a brilliant move. That was a highlight for me.
Yes. Yeah, I thought you might have that one. So I went with just the battles in the midfield this weekend. It's a track where you can't overtake too well. There was a few people ran out of talent, and there was a few people that took the brave pill and tried to take it around the outside of stuff. And even Oscar's overtake on George was just epic. For a track you can't overtake on, the race was It's amazing what a little bit of changeable weather does, doesn't it? It puts people in into conservation mode, and people who are willing to take a risk can get the job done.
Yep.
Mine is Lando Norris. I think this might be James, and this is a big call, but it might be his best race weekend ever.
I think you might be right. Yeah.
He got something out of that car that Oscar Piastri was completely unable to. He had a sprint race that said his race would be similar, and it was not. He had way more pace a day later than he did a day earlier.
Yeah.
And he won his second race in a row in a car that I don't think is even in the top three. Top three for that weekend, third best car.
Yeah.
He won the race in it. Phenomenal.
Yeah. If you take the average of the two, the result of the two of them, it's probably the third worst car. That's for sure. The third best car. Sorry. But yeah, he was. I completely agree with you. I think it's his best weekend result. The skill of driving, especially, he's probably had better result weekends, but he was immense.
He's had those with a car. He's had those with a car that was significantly better. I mean,
he had to work.
He was on pole in the sprint.
Yeah,
he was on pole in the sprint. He lost the lead in the race.
No, second in the sprint, wasn't he?
And
George was
second in sprint, pole for the race proper. Yep, and then he lost the lead in the race proper, and he just and he was on the wrong tires at that point. You're thinking, oh, this is going this way for sure. And by the end of the race, it's 11 seconds to good. Pretty impressive.
Good, some good strategy as well. Like you're right. It looked like he was gone for all money there, but they trusted it and kept with it. And to put him on to bring that hard tire home at the end was turned out to be a stroke of genius, because he was the fastest car on the track at the end on aging hards when everybody else was on a reasonably new set of softs.
Big time. We move on to our No Mikey No, which is our least favorite moment of the weekend. Jackie, what have you got?
Mine was Verstappen crashing.
That was my favorite moment of the weekend.
For his home race, the last race at Zandvoort, to go out on that turn, yes, he's cut it too close. He's hit the white paint. That's what's caused him to spin. But it's such a rookie error. It just should not have occurred.
It's damp track, and he got a little bit happy on the loud pedal, didn't he? It's everybody else
knows better.
Lance Stroll got through there. That's
well, there we go.
Damnation you can give him is that Lance. Let's face it, if your money's on anybody to spit it out in the wall, is Lance Stroll, and he got through there countless times. So
I can't see how he did it. He should be better than that.
Maybe he's not quite as good as everybody thinks he is, and he's not quite as bad as everybody else thinks. Yeah, it's just those things, isn't it? The cars are all there. My No Mikey No is, and I will read this verbatim from my notes, Williams. They're just dog shit.
Well, that's very succinct.
They're just they're going backwards fast. It's not going to be long before Aston Martin seem to have taken a bit of a jump forward, but a jump, half a hop forward, not a jump forward, but but they're going backwards faster than anybody would have thought they would at the start of the year, and
both drivers just got re-signed as well.
Like Carlos, I can understand. He's a proven race winner in a car, but why are you re-signing Alex Albon to a long-term contract right now? The boy is bang out of form and out of confidence.
It's crazy. Or there's no option. Who else are they going to put in the car? Or do they know what's wrong with the car? Well, we partly know what's wrong. And do they believe it's not the boy's fault, that this is just the car, any driver would have this situation?
He's still getting outperformed by his teammate most weeks, isn't he?
Regularly.
Yeah. How about you, Sags? What's your No Mikey No?
I'm on the same page as you, but this time I'm going back to Carlos Sainz, who's becoming public enemy number one for me. Stop crashing into people and saying it was unavoidable, or you couldn't help it, or there's a bump in the track. Stop it. Stop it. Stop crashing.
Yeah.
Idiot.
Yeah. Yes. Stop crashing, idiot. Love it. wasn't a good look. I will save my powder because he
Lost
does
volume.
come up
What the
later on in the broadcast for me.
Not sure if Nathan's frustrated there with us or with his internet connection.
Yeah, or his internet is
No,
not.
it's my internet.
Might be his
I'm
internet
back.
connection.
Yeah, you're back.
I'm back.
You're back.
I'm like, I can't hear you guys. Awesome.
Yeah.
Carlos signs, and then he was just completely gone.
Most people think
All right,
that's a good
so-
thing when they're talking to me. Yeah.
Did you catch any of it or nothing? Just Carlos.
We did.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, we've got the whole lot.
Good. Yeah, fuck him.
Oh,
All
dear.
right. Someone needs to apologize, you guys.
Yes, the RIPW14 letter of apology moment to give it its full title.
Mhm.
I'm going to pull an
Correct.
audible because we've gone on about Mercedes too long, and I know Jackie normally goes first, but I'm going to go first this time. Is Ferrari? We've gone on about team orders and all this kind of stuff, but when they actually should have given team orders because the drivers were on very, very different strategies and probably cost Lewis 10, 20 seconds, which would have put him out ahead and probably got him a podium for this year. Is they've got to be more, they've got to be faster, and they've got to be able to pull the trigger on team orders when. But when you've got two A-grade drivers in that, it's trying to manage egos, isn't it? And I think they just chickened out of making the correct call was to let Lewis through.
Their communication is just terrible, though, isn't it?
We didn't
Right
have
when
a
we
plan
think it's
D
getting
at some
a bit
point.
better, they go backwards again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plan
Yeah.
D.2 or something, wasn't it? Like, it just, yeah.
Did you guys catch Lewis's comments post-race?
Yes.
No.
He did not hold back. Mm-hmm.
No,
Yeah, even on the radio
not-
at the end, didn't he? It was some. Yeah. Have you got it? Have you got it?
No.
No?
No.
No.
I was
No.
saying
Oh,
he
yeah,
was,
yeah. It's yeah. His engineer came over the radio and said, "Yeah, great race, did well." Did we goes? Then Lewis came back and said, "No, we didn't. We could have been on the podium here if we'd have just been made the right call earlier on. We'd have been way higher up the finishing list." So yeah, I don't know
that's
what you're
fair.
talking about. Yeah. Mm.
He's completely right. It just seems such a Ferrari thing, isn't it? That they just can't get this right of strategy
Well,
and orders
it's-
and communicating it to the drivers in a timely fashion so they know what's going
Mm.
on. Lewis just seems to always be left hanging, asking questions. Are we doing this?
Yeah.
What's going on? Well, thanks. That's too late now.
Yeah. Mm. And it's probably a Ferrari thing for the last 20 years because during the Schumacher era, they made every correct call. They just did it. And
Did they do
Jean
it,
Todt
or
had
did Schumacher just do it?
maybe and very, very different team then as well, obviously, with Jean Todt and Braun and all these kind of guys that were looking after the team back then. They're much more ruthless.
It was most odd to watch them have these two strategies that were clearly coalescing into one another at one point, and they just couldn't get it right. And the obvious play in that moment was let Lewis through and let Charles keep going. If Charles was fast enough, he'll get the gap that he needs to try and chase down George later. Like they didn't, they overcomplicated it. Then they're trying to pit Charles to save. Like they actually almost tried to torpedo Charles' race to appease Lewis instead of just making the call to let him through. He's on a different strategy. Let him through.
Yeah,
that's all they had to do.
It's that simple.
Yeah.
So I don't blame Charles for pushing back.
No,
like at all.
No, the call should have come from the pit walls to say you're on different strategies. It's going to serve you both better if you just let him through and carry on with your race and try and lose as little time as possible, because he would have lost time trying to defend against Lewis. So
yeah, they're just fighting each other, costing each other.
Yeah, it's a lose-lose situation. Yeah, and who would have thought it? Yeah, drivers running the strategy in Ferrari again. Mm.
Crazy talk.
Well, we don't need to go over my letter of apology because mine was Toto Wolff needs to send it out to everyone for having these team orders in place. So we've already discussed all
George
that.
Russell, yeah. Filthy about it. I really
Well, I'll do mine.
Yeah. Mm.
You can talk more about it if you want to.
No,
we could do a whole podcast just on the team orders.
I'm not in a good mood.
What? Why not?
Well, I don't trust Austrians. Never have done.
They're That feels a little hurtful to the majority.
Well, I only know of 2. Yeah.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Okay,
Moving on.
let's get this back on track.
Hello to our Austrian listeners.
Speaking of politics, we're not a political podcast.
Oh no, here we go.
We seem to be having a lot of political content for a podcast that is not political. Yeah.
Where was Zach Brown?
The Freedom 250 with IndyCar.
And who was Zach Brown hanging out with?
Oh, I didn't see that, was he?
I am going to America tomorrow. Don't you screw this up for me. I don't want to get the rubber glove.
James is going to get caught at immigration.
Yeah.
I'm saying he was hanging out with a PDF file, and hey, to each their own. But if I didn't have enough reasons to hate McLaren, he just added another one.
If I get held up at customs tomorrow, you are gonna get a sternly worded text message.
Yeah.
Zach Brown.
I didn't see that. I just knew that's where he'd be at the.
Yeah. Yes, just to humanity if you hang around with that douchebag. Yeah.
Big old thumbs down. Big old thumbs down.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck off. All right.
Yeah.
That said, I do want to bring this one up. We don't often. And you can think about Danica Patrick. This was horrific.
Yes. If he's the answer to that's going to come and go when Crofty retires, then we are in a whole world of trouble. One, Martin Brundle and Crofty should not have the same weekend off.
Correct.
No. Ever.
Mm-hmm. Ever. And
for the remainder of time.
If it's what was his name? Benjamin.
Harry Benjamin.
Never trust a man with 2 first names.
Oh,
Never.
Oh.
Never.
Yeah. And at one point there, he was commentating on something that hadn't happened.
I actually thought I was on the wrong broadcast.
Yeah.
So
I
did
thought
I.
I'd slipped into an alternate dimension. Yeah.
It was out of place. Things just weren't quite right. And I was thinking, this isn't a familiar voice to me. I know the voice, but it should be here in this setting. And I thought I'd stumbled onto the secondary commentary or the kids commentary or something else and went out and came back in a couple of times to find out what was going on. I even Googled it. I actually Googled who the Sky Sports reporters were this weekend to see if I was in the wrong spot.
Yeah. And Ant Davison is very good on the Sky, but as special comments, he's no good.
Oh, but even that at one point, they were on the SkyPad doing all the little fast forwards and reverses and whatnot on the screen, talking about it, but we were seeing completely different things as well.
Yeah.
So the actual video footage relaying to us didn't line up anywhere near what they were saying.
Yeah.
It was just a debacle all around.
Yeah. The saving grace, we had some Nico Rosberg magic on the grid walk. Just walked up to random his mates and
I don't want to get to positives yet. Fuck these guys. This was
terrible.
Okay, we're going to dwell in the negative.
Buckle up, people.
I just want to talk about we were I think 4 or 5 laps into this race, and they started talking about Oscar Piastri in third, 4 seconds behind the leader. I wonder if he'll play the team game.
Yes. What was that about?
Yeah.
And then Bernie, thank God Bernie was there. She came on and said, I don't think that's very fair to Oscar to ask him to play the team game when he's third in the race, 4 seconds off the lead. What the fuck were they talking about?
Yeah, and he just pulled off a worldly overtake as well. Yeah.
It was like the second last race of last season, and they were talking about team orders. Why? Yeah. We don't need them for McLaren right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was mental.
Not fit for purpose. Old Hazard Benner.
No, they were bad. But I do want to compliment back to what you were saying, James, because Nico, I do enjoy Nico. And when they were doing the SkyPad, which I'm sure we're going to talk about the Bortoletto near miss with Hulkenberg shortly or at some point soon. Scary shit. But
we've got that. It is coming up, people.
Who's the guy, the other guy? I've forgotten his name. I'm mentally blanking on him that does the SkyPad sometimes.
Not Karun.
not Cut. Karun Chandok. Sorry, yeah, Karun is there.
Yeah.
And he goes, "Oh, how lucky." And Nico goes, No. That reaction time's incredible. There's so much skill there. And I'm like, thank God he said that, because there's an incredible amount of skill in Hulkenberg missing Bortoletto. And as you know, James, I'm praising. I'm
You ain't
heaping
the
praise
biggest
on
fan.
people I don't normally.
Yeah.
Lando's best race week ever. George was screwed. Hulk, what amazing driving. What the hell is fucking going on?
Are we in this alternate universe? Have I just not come out of it?
This is what happens when
traveled-
Saggy's on holidays.
Yeah.
I'm a happier person. I'm in the multiverse.
You've got Barley Belly or something and you've gone delirious. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe it's delirium. But I thought that was really good of Nico, because it was important that someone said, no, that's skill. It's not just, there is some luck, of course, but goodness me.
Yeah,
his
you have to
reflexes were
pick a way,
incredible.
but you also then have to get out of the way. It was,
Right.
Mhm.
it's,
And when we watch it
you wanna
later,
play it
it's
now, or
so
are we gonna do
close.
it?
let's play it. Yeah. And
Do we want to play it now?
it's
Yeah,
squeaky
go
bum
for it.
time. Yeah.
On the banking so much, and it breaks away from him.
So that wasn't actually related to Max's incident. He was having his own incident all
there.
alone, and then he must think, oh, okay, so it's not just me.
You see how early Bortoletto got out of shape there, so he's already lit up the rear tyres, and then he tries to turn it in.
It was closing with Gabby. Almost T-bone him.
I know. I was watching. Yeah, good job there.
Like, that's Days of Thunder on the high side through the smoke.
Yeah. Yeah.
I almost wish they didn't slow it down, because in real speed, holy
Yeah,
shit,
because they
was that
played
a
it in
quick
full
reaction.
speed afterwards, and it's What was it? Robert's to quote the great Robert Duvall: "Always go high, Cole. Always go high." Yeah,
That was it. It was
Yeah, it's
flashbacks of
incredible.
Days of Thunder.
never seen Days of Thunder. Have you, sakes?
No.
Really?
Oh, it's a great. It's
Oh,
like
we need a
Top Gun, but just
podcast,
with
a
cars.
reaction
Yeah,
podcast
yeah,
of you watching it.
Yeah. It's basically Top
maybe.
Gun, but with stock cars as opposed to aeroplanes. Yeah,
And it was good.
Haven't seen.
yeah, it's good. Yeah, great soundtrack as well. Yeah.
Really? You haven't seen Top Gun either, the original?
No.
What is wrong with you?
Yeah, sorry. I think we should need to stop this podcast right now, and so you can go and watch it. Yeah,
There's a lot.
Okay, well,
there's
there's
a
your
lot wrong
viewing
with
on the
me,
plane on
but-
the way home.
yeah.
But I tell you what's not
No.
wrong with me is picking your top 5 drivers. What have I missed?
Are we
Who's
getting rid of the best segment ever?
You know what? Hang on. We're not. We're gonna go here first. The steward's room. What the fuck was going on?
Yeah,
With
there
which
was
bit? Because
a
it's
whole
the
bunch of
stewards.
people. Yeah, there has to have been a
I just
malfunction
wanna
somewhere
start
with the pit lane. Yeah,
Why were they so harsh?
the penalties that were given out for the yellow flag, that they were overtaken under yellow flags, which is that should be the minimum.
Yep, that's stock
Which-
standard.
Yeah, that's stock standard. But the
I don't know, guys.
exiting the pit lane went under a red flag when they were told to leave. That they were a bit harsh.
That's not
yeah,
fair.
yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, let's move on.
Would it be
We've
a
got to
Formula
prove-
One
yeah.
race in 2026 without an issue with the
Yeah.
stewards?
Nope. All right, James, do it. Hashtag.
He's not dead at the last time of checking.
The Clive Poozy Memorial Award. Jackie, who is your Poozy of the week?
We have the little video there of mine. We have discussed them, but we've actually got the short there of it. It's the two Williams boys, Albon and Sainz,
No.
both of them collectively, because they literally
No,
collected each
Poozy-
other.
Poozy is one driver. Pick
Sainz
pick
then,
a
just
side
because.
and- yeah, I'm with you. Carlos Sainz is my pussy too.
Would you
Don't
like me
hate
to
your
add it,
team, mate.
Jackie, so the listeners can
Yeah.
see it?
Yep.
Battle between the teammates.
The
Well,
viewers.
they signed up Sainz and they signed up Albon, and they've celebrated with contact at turn 1.
Oh,
Just why? Like, why?
They were both obviously in a cloud of tire smoke, locked up all four wheels, but neither of them were making the. But just not
Did they
good,
forget
not
where they were
good.
going?
Well, Carlos Sainz seems to have forgotten how to drive quite handily, but
Okay, so I will take Toto Wolff here
yeah.
because getting on the radio with George felt like. Have you guys ever had a situation where you've said something to someone and you're like, oh man, That's a little harsh.
Yeah.
I feel like I need to make that up to them.
That's
what
Most
Toto
times they'll
sounded
speak
like
to
on the
Taylor.
radio to George.
Yeah.
A man with 2 first names. Now, most times when George will respond, he gave him nothing. So you can tell that Toto felt like a real sense of like, I fucked up.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And
that's the only thing that I
think
can that's the only thing I can cling to as a George fan is that they made a mistake and they're going to own it, and hopefully it might come back to them at the end of the year at some point. But it's as a George fan, I could say I'm as deflated. You know me, I'm the eternal optimist when it comes to George, but I don't think he stands a chance this year now.
No, he's done.
But you're just going to say you're an eternal optimist in general.
No, fuck that. I'm a grumpy
really
old
would be in the
fart.
multiverse.
Yeah, talking of grumpy old farts. Yeah, we've got a new listener apparently, who I need to have a chat to next time I'm back in the UK. My niece's new boyfriend apparently listens, and he knows who he is. So we'll leave it there.
Hello, niece's new boyfriend. Welcome to our little podcast.
No, needs to. Niece's new boyfriend needs to. Yeah.
Is he anti-Russell?
No, he's just my niece's new boyfriend, so I'm automatically decided not to like him. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
James is just being protective. Okay, cool.
Yeah. Well, Sega, you'll find out. How old's your youngest now?
Nope, we're not going here.
Yeah. Just imagine the first time. Yeah, with you. See? Yeah.
Okay.
No. Yeah.
Oh dear.
I'll put the slide up again. This is what we're doing, James.
To any boys out there looking to date any of James's relatives or any of Sagi's children, good luck.
Two of them are happily in long-term relationships, so they're fine. But
No, we're going to stop.
Yeah.
We're going to stop.
Yeah.
We're going to stop.
Anyway,
we're going to stop
number 5
children's relationships.
Well, she's an adult. Yeah.
Okay.
My number 5 this week, I'm going to go first, is Oscar Piastri, purely for the overtake on George. It was epic. Other than that, he didn't do a lot all weekend, but the overtake on George was points worthy this weekend. It was just complete opportunistic. Dive bomb from a long way back. Epic.
Yeah, big time. It was a great pass.
Yeah.
He was an honourable mention for me. In 5 for me, I had Lewis Hamilton. He did enough, but just not quite enough. But it wasn't always his fault.
No,
really?
Not me, James.
No.
I
know one driver Jackie's definitely going to have in that neither of us are going to have in as well, Sakes.
Oh, I might have surprised you.
I think you'll find I have him.
Who are we talking about then?
We'll soon find out.
Come on, Jack. My number 5 is my favourite Kiwi, Liam Lawson. I thought to switch into the Red Bull and score points and be competitive was a really great result for him, especially with his history in not that car, but that team.
Yeah, that team.
It took a bit of fortitude, and I think that's great for him to get a solid, if unspectacular, result is a good result for Liam. So, yeah, he's having a sneaky good season.
Yeah, he finished, probably an apology for me, but he finished exactly where he probably should have done. That Red Bull seems to be in a little bit of a chasm between the midfield and the front three, and it's kind of nowhere at the minute. So, yeah,
So he maximised, right? I mean, that's
on a hiding to nothing. He's got if he finishes any lower than that, he's underperformed. Yeah, maybe you're right.
We can roll into the 4s with that, because I actually had him at number 4 for me, and I thought something with him that was really impressive was it was actually lap 1 where he's actually taken it to Max Verstappen on lap 1. He's gone with him and tried to get around him.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So to do that in a car that's not actually yours against the number 1 driver of that team,
that's probably why.
And he gave it a crack.
Doesn't matter if he crashed it, does it? Yeah.
Well, maybe. I thought it was a really good weekend in a different car, and to actually go. I thought it was a really good drive from him. So I had him at 4.
I totally agree with you, Jackie, because if James, you say it doesn't matter, it matters massively. If he gets into a Red Bull for a 3rd attempt and bums out on lap 1, hitting his teammate, he's tanked his career in one go.
He'd lose his racing bull seat.
He's not getting back in a Red Bull anytime soon, though, is he? Let's face it. He's just as
This
quoted
doesn't
Daniel
hurt.
Ricciardo, he's licked the stamp. Yeah.
It helps his
It doesn't
future
hurt him.
prospects, though.
Yeah.
Agreed.
No, you're right.
Agreed.
It definitely doesn't hurt him this weekend, that's for sure. My number four is
Dave?
Charles. Yeah, my number 4 is Charles Leclerc. Again, huge pass on Lando Norris in the sprint race, which just again was a complete dive bomb from a long way back, and probably snuck him in there for me. Where other than that, he had a reasonably average weekend. But anybody that does those kind of overtakes for me is well worth a spot in my top 5. We do love a ballsy overtake.
Mine is Fernando Alonso. I
good
don't
Lord.
entirely understand how he got there.
No,
But
I think
he
he
mu-
teleported
he must
there,
have
yeah.
done
Because he's good.
He
He's
must have
nuts.
done
He's
something right.
average now.
So, mate, he
2
scored a
points.
point in that tractor. Yeah, I'm
He didn't
giving
score
it
a
to him.
point.
Yeah.
He scored
9
2
points.
points. 2.
Let's see
Alright,
how he
nine-
goes in
nine's
that car and at tracks where you can overtake a little bit easier. I think it's prime Fernando track. This one with one where you can drive a couple of seconds slower a lap and nobody can get by here.
It's a good result.
Yeah.
Because he's Fernando and he's awesome.
No, he's not. He's average. Number 3, Jeff.
James, did you want to go 3 or do you want me to go?
Oh, I'll go now. We'll change it around a bit. I've gone with Kimi Antonelli at 3.
Me too.
If I'm going to be honest, my 3, 4, and 5, I could have had any one of probably 6 or 7 drivers in there. That there wasn't really anybody that that stood out for me. But yeah, Kimi Antonelli probably got lucky with a bit of team orders, but drove well for the weekend and was quick towards the end. Yeah.
I think he was lucky with some team orders for the result, but I think he had some good moves during the race, especially that restart. I don't agree with Norris's restart of trying to cut him straight off, and I think that's what actually hurt Norris. If he had have just kept a straighter line to that corner, I think he could have possibly got Kimi. But Kimi's just put his foot down, got in front, and kept on going. And even during the race, he had some good little scuffles and fights during the race to try and get back through and at least give it a crack, which we know I like. I like to see them trying to have a go at it. So, yeah, I think the result was not what it should have been, but I still think he had a decent drive.
Yeah, he's not in my top 5.
Oh.
Nor is Lewis.
I can completely
nor is
understand why,
Charles.
like I said, completely. Yeah. Gasly, I thought drove well as well this weekend. He made some ballsy overtake moves around the outside of people where he probably shouldn't have done. So Gasly's unlucky to miss out. And there's a few that are around there. Even Fernando, I take the piss out of him, but Fernando is running my top 5 pretty close. I just thought
So my
Jackie would
number
have him a
3.
lot higher.
Oh.
Yeah.
We're not at the end yet.
Yeah. Oh, you haven't gone with the top fucking 2.
My number 3, if I may.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, forgot you were there, Sagi.
Yeah.
Number 3 for me is Nico Hülkenberg. I think that near miss that we just showed earlier was incredible. He was up in the points and he drove really, really well all weekend. Yeah. Can't fault him. I thought Nico was great. And I guess 1 out of 15 or whatever is not so bad.
and to do that well with obviously he had a big shit in his pants because he would have shit himself when he saw that car come out of the smoke. So
100%.
Yeah.
He's my number 3.
Yeah.
No, he was a bit of a quiet achiever this week.
My
number 2. I'll go, James.
Yeah,
Let's keep alternating it. Yeah. My number 2 was actually George Russell.
Same here.
Slightly a pity vote. It could have either been him in 3rd and switching him and Kimi. But I've put him at 2nd because I do believe he was incorrectly hard done by. He'd had a decent race. He'd had some good scuffles. We know I'm quite critical of him not driving hard enough and not trying to go for the gaps. I think he actually did this week and did put in a really good drive. And his result was completely out of his hands.
Yeah, I can see where you're coming from if you're just judging it on the main race as well. But I think if you take the whole weekend into consideration, this weekend he pole on the sprint and won the sprint at a canter. So that's what put him above Kimi for me into P2. Yeah, so number 2 for me, Georgie boy.
I despise doing this, but he is also my number 2. And I don't think Kimi was particularly close to him this weekend. I didn't have Kimi in my top 5. I thought George was outstanding in the sprint. I thought in the race proper, he was hard done by. George Russell, number 2. Is one of his better weekends for a while, to be honest. He's struggled a bit. I'm happy to see.
Can take a lot of confidence from this weekend. I think is going forward is
I think so.
Like into a big track at Monza next weekend. It's a glamour race and Kimi's home race as well. So it's if he beats him next weekend as well, that will But
will he get out of Italy alive if he beats Kimi next week?
Of course he will. Come on, it's a Ferrari crowd.
Yeah. If Kimi was driving a Ferrari, then maybe not. But yeah,
then it's a different story.
So, is it safe to say, if I haven't gone first once, we've all got Lando Norris number 1?
You are kidding me,
Jackie. Oh, Jackie.
Fernando Alonso. Just to see the reaction of the boys. No, he was an honourable mention for me. I've got Lando Norris 1.
I honestly thought she was serious then.
So did I for a minute.
I nearly had a fucking aneurysm on the podcast.
You should have seen the looks on your faces. It was worth it for that. That's going to be my snippet for Instagram later.
I very nearly had a full-blown convulsion on the podcast. Yeah.
Your faces are worse than when I sing in the warm-up.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
No, we've all got Lando Norris there as number 1.
We covered it earlier in the thing. This is probably his best race win ever. Yeah. And he was just imperious all race, and to come back from how he performed in the sprint as well was amazing.
Yeah, that's the part, James, for me that is the biggest factor in my thinking this is his best weekend ever. Is the sprint is normally not always, but a pretty good guide for what we're going to see the following day, and that just wasn't the case here. But it was for Oscar, so that's the part that's got me a little bit stumped. Is how does one car? Obviously, drivers factor in blah blah blah, but it's rare to see a car behave one way for both drivers on one day, maybe more so for Oscar than Lando. I think that's fair to say. But then Oscar set off the race. They asked, were you surprised by Lando's pace? And he said, very surprised. So I don't know. Is this an Oscar not dealing with the regs? Is this Lando just gapping him at the moment? I don't know what to entirely make of it. And I can only say, Lando smashed him.
Yeah.
I think Lando was surprised himself, though, because even at the start of the race when we saw him through the grid walk, he looked stressed. He wasn't.
That was more the rain.
I mean, he's in race mode, but he was actually in a stress state to me, which was really interesting.
Once it dried out, he was, and that was the thing. Maybe at the start, it was obviously we had that damp final corner and that kind of stuff, and he's a nervous driver. There's no two ways. So, but once it dried out, there was nobody getting anywhere near him.
Well,
yes,
that is the Dutch Grand Prix run, won, and done for the last time. For who knows if it'll ever come back.
Do we think it will come back?
I don't.
I think it could in 29 or 30. While Max is still on the grid, I think there's a chance that it'll come back.
The trouble is with that circuit is it's right on the north coast of the Netherlands, and would take a huge amount of upkeep if you're not there every year to do it, to bring it back to standards that Formula One require would be huge. So
and to be honest, having been there, the facilities are pretty basic in terms of what you'd expect for a track of that nature. A few things I wanted to touch on, guys, that we didn't really get to is the Max Verstappen. I know we mentioned it briefly, but he's re-signed with Red Bull. So this silly season, Jackie, as he messaged us during the silly season, is not so silly. What do you make of Max re-signing with Red Bull?
When I thought about it, I thought it was the only option he really had. He's not yes, any team's going to want him, but no other team is going to let him do what he let him get away with what he gets away with. So to do the sim racing, to do all the other racing, to do all this kind of stuff is no other team's gonna. He gets away with doing pretty much no media other than what he has to do with F1, and just no other team's going to let him get away with that. So I think it was his, after all is said and done, his only option. But I
don't think he was ever
leaving.
leaving.
His legacy. Yeah.
I think he played it very well to try and get a contract that he wanted, probably a dollar value that he wanted as well.
Yeah.
Because where else could he go where he would be the outright number one? If he went to McLaren, he'd have more than likely it would have been Lando. Mm-hmm. Why would they drop Lando back for Max? Yes, I think Max is a better driver, but when Lando's been performing for McLaren, how do they just drop him back for Max? And same at the moment with Mercedes, with Kimi Antonelli. As if they were going to drop him back. It would be George that would be dropped. But again, Kimi and Max driving together, they're not going to favour Max over Kimi. Not with the way Kimi's currently performing and expecting to improve as he gets older. Yeah,
and Max obviously is the world champion, is very popular, but the upside and the marketability of Kimi Antonelli, this fresh-faced, likable Italian, cheeky Italian kid, is just huge.
It's a whole new generation of supporters that are going to come through as Antonelli fans.
Yeah. So it's I think I'm on the record as actually saying I don't think he's going to leave Red Bull. I don't think anybody, I don't think McLaren take that chance. I don't think and from what anybody says, there's Red Bull are the only team that will put up with the baggage that comes with Verstappen as well, is his dad and all that kind of stuff. So it's, I don't think it was such a big a shock as everybody says it was.
There was one strange thing during the week. We talked there about Verstappen being allowed to go off and drive other things and other series. He's obviously doing the GTs with Mercedes engines. Something that popped up during the week, and I almost texted it to you boys, but it was late at night when I found it. There was a statement. I'm just reading off my phone down here. There was a statement from Fernando Alonso. He wants to go back to try and win Dakar or try again for the Indy 500. So a media outlet shared that statement that he'd made. Okay, no worries, no surprises there for Fernando. But Zach Brown actually reshared it and put Fernando Alonso, call me. Could we actually see Fernando going back doing other motorsport, again, back under the
McLaren
United banner of Zach Brown?
Yeah, don't they have a Dakar team as well? I'm pretty sure they do, don't they? Mm-hmm. So
that was interesting. So we could have more than just Max off doing other things now.
Never seen Sagi look less interested in a conversation ever.
Well, I'm thinking, imagine if he won and then Trump could get on stage and steal another Spaniard's moment.
Oh, dear.
I'm going to America.
I was just thinking that Fernando could get the Triple Crown.
Yeah.
He could get the Triple Crown in America. There we go. Positivity.
Anyway, talking of going to America tomorrow, I haven't packed and I haven't even seen my wife since 7:00 this morning. So I better go and say goodbye and bid you all a fond farewell. We have been Drive to Describe, a Formula One podcast. We are on the socials, the TikTok and the Tickety Tick TikTok and the Instagram at F1 Drive to Survive. Yes, I know. What's that?
Drive to Describe.
Drive to Survive. Freudian slip.
You might have a trademark issue there.
Yes, yeah. Well, we're bigger than them now anyway. Nobody watches that shit anymore. It's it's a pleasure to give you all our opinions every week after Formula One races, and I actually have a few people listening. So thank you very much for listening. And apart from you, Maisie's boyfriend.
Hi, Maisie's boyfriend.
This poor dude. All right. Arrivederci.
Bye.
Ta-da.